It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see Cam Akers. He was steady for them on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Rams and the Niners under the lights on Monday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Stafford going to put it up right away. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says, our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. The numbers for him from a week ago: 20 carries, 103 yards, and a touchdown.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 1, Stafford. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator and what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
Brandon, I know he isn't at the status of some of the elite names in this league, but I do know he's an absolute fighter because he's heard all the criticism. He's read the articles that say he isn't good enough to be the starter, and he absolutely does not care. All he wants to do is prove every doubter wrong and show that he belongs in this spot.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun now with Purdy. And it's complete to Mitchell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
6 yards there on the keeper at 2nd down. Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
First carry now for Trey Sermon. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field.
It's really been a blistering start to the season for him so far. He's on pace to blow past 1,000 yards. The good receivers, it's interesting, though. You put extra coverage on them, they probably view that as a challenge. All right, I'm going to go after this. You put one guy on them, then they feel disrespected, and they want to. So how do you cover it?
You're exactly right. That's an insult, right? Especially the year that he's having. But I just have to go ahead and I'm not going to insult him. I'm going to respect him. I'm sending as many people as possible. But one of the reasons he's having this type of a start is despite that type of coverage, he finds a way to what we call uncover late. Ball's thrown, even though there's coverage there, he's the one who can go up and come down with it, finds a way to get to the football.
And the offensive line has given them time in the pocket to have that uncovering late. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Hey, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far. First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Purdy. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 3, second down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And they'll work this down inside the 30. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing here, Purdy. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Niners are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Straight ahead, it's Sermon. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice.
That is caught by the tight end, Kettle. Touchdown, 49ers. 2 yards on the touchdown there, and the Niners have taken the lead. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Stafford. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the long game. It's a first down.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake it at Stafford. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now it's 2nd and 9. Now Stafford. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing again is Stafford. Robinson's got it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. A couple of vets, Stafford to Robinson there. First down Rams.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They'll run on first down with Akers. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Stafford. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Out of the gun, Stafford. Caught on the slant. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Rams are able to move back in front. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. There's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that would overturn. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 2nd and 12, Purdy, screen play, setting it up for Mitchell.
A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line.
So here are the Rams to take over.
Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10
at their own 26. Throwing is Stafford. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Stafford. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the offense is going to get the ball back. After all that, heck, it'll be a 1st down. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he costs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back. Drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Losing with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And there was some of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Play action. Stafford.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. On 1st and 10, Stafford. This is caught by Robinson.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, Stafford. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the 1st half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Sly able to put this one through, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. The partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They go play action here, Purdy. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And some nice running going to get him down close to a 1st down at the Rams 38. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Cam Akers Akers and the Rams offense ready to go back to work.
We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Stafford.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
They certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A give up the middle to Akers.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Stafford.
And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
7th play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Stafford now to throw. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 23. He's got the 1st down. He's got a big game going right now. Already over 100 yards receiving in this first half alone.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He finds Hopkins complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And able to work his way down to the 16.
65 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Stafford. Another completion for Kupp. And he is going to have the Rams first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Stafford. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Stafford. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Sly able to put this one through. High fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted. And it winds up falling incomplete.
Man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd down and 8. Shotgun now with Purdy. Got an open man, it's Pringle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. This one caught by Kittle. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was the Bears who pick up the victory at home. Justin Fields strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. Joe Burrow, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And even though they trail, they've had success running the football. Over 100 yards rushing as a team in those first 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Rams, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gunn and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. players. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Second half begins with a carry by Mitchell.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Out of the gun, Purdy. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
A give running right is Mitchell.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Purdy with it on 3rd and long.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll go with the option, coming right. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Try the right side with Mitchell.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
49 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On first down, it's Purdy. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
On the handoff, Mitchell.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Myers' kick is good,
and that'll bring him back within 4.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And we're going to look at Cooper Kupp as the Rams offense gets ready to take over possession.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off of play action, here's Stafford.
Complete. Jefferson to target.
That'll give him 8 that time, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Here's Stafford.
Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Stafford looks to throw again. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Out of the gun, Stafford.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Got a sack. A little surprised to see him try to come out with a shotgun for the rest of the yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
On the give, this is Akers.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Purdy. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Back to throw, Purdy. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. On the handoff, it's Akers. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Going right back to Akers. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on second down. Stafford, open man right side is Cup, complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing is Stafford. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that will line up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 67 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Purdy off the play fake. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On the counter, Mitchell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first.
Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away.
Myers' kick is good.
And that'll bring him back within 4. It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept him in the game.
He sure has. That offense has got to find its rhythm because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Here's Akers.
Room here to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. That'll be caught by Cup. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
To throw is Stafford. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Kingsley Keke drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sport. As it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken at about the 14. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play caller, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Purdy from the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The Niners on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, here's Stafford. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for the Rams touchdown. The mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken at the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. They'll start with the option.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First down, here's Mitchell.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Right side, and he finds Gray. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 31-yard line.
A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31.
A give here to Mitchell.
And some room to maneuver. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Purdy looking to throw.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his
second touchdown of the game. And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And the Rams now coming out on the field. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Ready.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so they can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Stafford's pass complete. He's got Cup.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now Stafford. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Stafford.
This is caught by Robinson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Stafford going to give this to Akers. He'll take this to the 46. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, a ball Stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. Another completion for Kupp. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They snap it to Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They're able to keep the drive alive 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To the air again, Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now Stafford. Gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly. This to swell the lead to 6. Sly able to put this one through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So now the Niners down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. They start on the ground here at Sanders. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Purdy to throw. Got an open man, it's Pringle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This one caught by Kittle. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
This is caught, and he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the fourth quarter. The dramatic score to tie it, and now they just need the PAT to get the lead late fourth quarter.
So much for the touchdown maker. It's all about the extra point attempter. And I can't wait to see how this one turns out.
So they're not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. And they have got the lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So now it's the Rams' turn, trailing by a point, 25 seconds remaining. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here. Stafford. He's got Atwell. That's complete. And he's brought down, but boy, they needed that. Out across the 35-yard line. Nice play. Now it's Stafford. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 8. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. One last throw here for Stafford. Man open is Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for San Francisco, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for LA, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.